Wrestling is the space of respect, where athletes get to gracefully define the strongest one. But what happens when the opponent doesn't bother himself with rules and treats you like a sucker for sticking to it?
Wrestling match at Oak Park Riverfront.
In this video, we have collected instances where dirty wrestlers get their tables turned and karma finally catches up. This no-gi jiu-jitsu match is a perfect example of why looks can be deceiving. The wrestler in the all-black kit started off the match with a leg kick in a grappling match. It was cheap, dirty, and a sign of things to come. But the athlete in white shorts stayed focused. He persevered, hunted for the opportunity, and locked in a real tight triangle choke. But for some mind-boggling reason, the referee decided to listen to the crowd instead of the rules. She stood them up and, in a move that defied logic, awarded the point to the guy who was seconds away from tapping out. The fight continued, and the opponent only got more aggressive. He lunged in with a headbutt, opening up a cut on his opponent's face. The ref? Well, nobody in the crowd said anything about it, But the final straw of this entire disrespect carnival was a blatant slap to the face. Our guy couldn't hold it in any longer. He decided to fight fire with fire, resulting in the most expected outcome. It was a wrestling match between an 18-year-old athlete from Dagestan against a seasoned wrestler from Cuba. The match started, and youngster demonstrated that his young age shouldn't be taken for weakness.
Nice shot by Salas. Blocked by...
The Cuban was pissed he couldn't do nothing against the young block and threw a hard slap right on top of the head. Dagestani decided not to allow the provocation to ruin all the work and decided to punish him in class, displaying the most professional way of punishing immature veterans.
Double A. Nice shot by Salas. Blocked by Sadelia. Fireman carry. Counter going, but wasn't able to get it done. Russia gets behind him.
The third bout was a complete deadlock. For a while, neither man could gain an inch. It was a pure, grinding stalemate. Maybe it was the color of his singlet, but out of the blue, the wrestler in blue decided to spice things up with a cheap slap. Red didn't hesitate for a second as he fired back instantly. Total chaos erupts. Blue aggressively lunged in, but Red has had enough of the grappling and landed a massive Spartan kick to the chest, sitting the hot-headed troublemaker down to cool off. Then we go to the American wrestling. The match started, and we see how a yellow singlet shoves his fingers up his opponent's eye. The kid couldn't hold it and decided to violently let his foe know he meant business. But John Jones from Walmart didn't get it and hits his opponent with an elbow. Again, referee turned a blind eye. So pissed kid decides to become his own ref. Next, we have Arman Sarukian against Giorgio Poulos. From the jump, Poulos starts with this weird, provocative grip slapping.
Can we get out of this round? I really have a hard time believing it.
Yeah, so far, right?
Oh, no.
Arman looks to the referee to bring some order to the chaos, but as always, the ref couldn't care less.
2-0. for Sarukian, and here we go. Poulos thinks he has something, he has nothing. Any of the hand on the head, I mean, he just has a problem with it, period. He wants to turn this into, oh, that's going to be it. I think we may, I don't know.
Our man realizes exactly what's happening. Poulos was trying to sabotage the event and get under his skin. So he kept his composure, dominates the match, and shut out every single provocation.
Did you ever run into any guys like Giorgio Poulos in your day? And just trying to antagonize?
I would just beat the hell out of him.
I have no doubt.
But the moment the final whistle blows, the discipline snaps.
Stops it, and this match is over. Arman Sarukian is not
Arman Sarukian is no
And it has all broken loose.
Realizing one hit wasn't enough for the scoundrel, his teammate jumps in to serve a second dose of karma. Poulos came looking for a reaction, but ended up leaving the arena on a stretcher.
To Arman, you're a little bitch.
Another wrestling match. We have my guy Black, who lacked in size and technique, but definitely not the heart. The entirety of the match, Yellow dominated it through and through. Until one mistake from his opponent turned the tide and granted the Black the long-awaited opportunity. Immediately, he pinned his opponent and waited for the ref to declare him as a winner. To make matters worse, instead of admitting his loss, the guy underneath viciously attempted to poke the eyes of Black's singlet. He had enough of it and turned into Tai Lung. Coming at number 7 is a classic case of an unhinged ego. Right from the get-go, the athlete in blue starts out extremely aggressive, treating the jiu-jitsu match like a real fight. The referee tries to give him a warning, but he doesn't listen and keeps jumping around like he was on speed. And indulged in the acts of underestimation, cocky jackass walks right into a move he never saw coming. The arrogant guy seconds ago now taps out in pure fear. Do you think our guy should have held on to it a bit longer? As the last place we have wrestling turned into boxing, it was an average match until a red singlet brazenly shoved his nasty hand on Blue's face. While the referee was contemplating of how he was going to use that bribe money, allowing the Red Rat to increase the level of antics even more. One crushing hook, a dose of instant karma, and suddenly the ref is wide awake, right when he's needed the least. Respect the game or pay the price. Like for more. See you in the next one.